Hey everybody, so today I'm here to share with you guys our May favorites. I just hit something. I'm going to go through these super quickly because there is so much. I have my favorites, household, the girls, Lexi, and even a couple of dad favorites. So let's just go ahead and get started. We'll start with my stuff first. So the very first couple of things, they're not new, but I'm about to repurchase both of them and I still get questions about them, so I thought I would mention them again. My favorite dry shampoo ever is the Renpure Sea Minerals Easy and Breezy Clean. This one is my absolute favorite. I get it off of Amazon. My Walmart stopped carrying it. My Target stopped carrying it. So that's where I get it from, but it's about like $10 and you get so much in here compared to any other brands, and they say they have no sulfates, parabens, dyes, gluten, phthalates, or propylene glycol. So yes, can't recommend this one enough, and you might be able to hear that. I'm almost out. So I'm going to order more of that. And this takes me a really long time to get through. It's not new, like I said, but it is the Desert Essence Thoroughly Clean Face Cleanser. So this is what I use. This is my face wash. I still get questions about this. I do have oily skin. However, you might be able to tell, I do get hormonal acne as well, and this is the face wash that helps me through it all, honestly. This does have tea tree oil in it, so just be aware. I know some people have bad reactions to tea tree oil, so just make sure you understand that. And you definitely do need to use a moisturizer after washing with this because it'll like suck everything out of your skin. Dirt, oil, grease, pimples, like the life a little bit, but it's great. Honestly, it dries up my acne. It'll, like, when I wash my face tonight, this will look so much better down here. I just can't recommend this enough. And like I said, I go through this very, very slowly. You can see I'm just now starting to get down here at the bottom, but this lasts for such a long time because you don't need a lot whatsoever. I just can't recommend it enough. But yes, absolutely love this stuff. I come back to it time and time again. I have tried to branch out, but I just keep coming back. So now that we are done homeschooling for the year, I have gotten some personal time back to kind of do things where I would like to do them. And I've been spending that reading. It's something that I want to get back into. I used to be a huge bookworm throughout high school and junior high, even before that. I have absolutely loved this Turtles All the Way Down book from John Green. I've read John Green books in the past. I have no complaints. I've enjoyed the ones that I've read, but this one just personally really resonated with me. I also got these tabs. I'll try to link those as well. They're just white little plastic tabs that I put on the pages, and they don't rip or tear or anything. You can replace them too, and they'll stick really good. But I love this book. It is about a girl who has OCD and just her struggling with it and trying to manage it and the journey through that. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a great, great book. I personally have been diagnosed with OCD, so I related a lot to this book. I felt like it was a great insight, and it was one of the very first things that I read that made me feel like, okay, I'm not the only one who thinks like that. Because that was a struggle with me in my diagnosis. I just kind of wrote it off as like, it's just normal. It's how I've always been. Be careful when you read this as well. Obviously, it can trigger your own obsessions or your compulsions. So just be gentle with yourself when you're reading this. Take breaks, read something else in tandem with it, you know. But I personally thoroughly enjoyed this. And I feel like John Green did a really responsible and great job representing OCD in this book. Next is something that is not new to me, but I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned them in a favorites video. But this past year, I have started getting Zenni glasses. It started last year when I wanted glasses, but couldn't get into my optometrist because of everything that's going on. And I placed my first order then. Loved them so much that I decided to go all the way with this pair. So these have transitions on them, which is what I like to get on the pair that I normally get from my optometrist. And guys, I am obsessed with these glasses. How cute are they? I love them. Just a bit different. Hopefully you guys can tell what they look like. It's hard with the glares in my house, I know, but I can't say enough good things about Zenni. I think they're great, especially if you don't have very affordable insurance. I will put the style of these down there if you like them. And I find their like real life reviews with pictures is super helpful. I try to get someone with the same like length between their eyebrow and the tip of their nose. And I try to go off of those pictures because I'm like, oh yeah, that'll fit me. But yes, Can't recommend Zenni enough, and based off of the messages I get on Instagram, I'm kind of new to that and the rest of the world is not. And then lastly, for my favorites are these Gatapack masks. I know new recommendations have been released by the CDC, and I am also fully vaccinated, so is my husband. It's been over 2 weeks since our second Moderna shot. Feeling great about that. However, we still have unvaccinated children at home. We also live in a place that has been struggling with getting people vaccinated. And also, if the past year has taught me anything, I don't like the honor system in the United States. So for that reason, we're going to keep wearing masks, especially if we are in indoor crowded places with other people that we don't know. But these Gatapack masks are awesome because they seal all around your face. I'll insert a clip right now as I'm talking. That way I don't mess up my makeup for the rest of the video. But these seal all around your face, so for that reason, they don't fog my glasses, and they're all silicone, which means you can boil them, you can use UV sterilization on them, whatever you want to do. You know, wipe them down, whatever. And the inside is a KN95 filter that's between a couple of plastic pieces, so it doesn't move. So you just have to wear one. You know, the CDC says that you don't have to double mask if you have a N95 mask. It fully fits around your face. You can also adjust the ear straps. They are a bit expensive. They are $25, but honestly, my husband has spent $25 on cloth masks. So, you know, honestly, I think they're really great. The filters work for, I think they say 50 hours a piece. They come with 10 free ones per mask. They work really well for me. For someone who doesn't go out of the home a ton, you know, I go to the grocery store, I go a few other places, you know, drive-through, stuff like that. It's great for me. Before we were vaccinated, I was trying to do double masking everywhere, and it was just kind of difficult for me. So I like that I only have to have this guy, put it right on my face. It seals up, especially with the variants going around that are more contagious. I just want to recommend those, especially because there's people out there like us who I know will continue to wear masks. So let's go into the couple of dad favorites. Let me just shift all the children's stuff away. Now, I should say Mark buys plenty of his own things, but I just don't know how useful they would be on here. However, these two things might be something that you're in the market for, so that's why I included them. But the first thing, I've actually started packing Mark's lunches. That's a whole thing. I'll save you the spiel, but that is something that I started doing, and I bought 2 of these containers off of Amazon, and they've been working out phenomenally. So he likes to have foods that he can pick around and eat while he's on the floor of his job, but also there is a time where he might be able to sit down and actually eat lunch. So we've got 2 different containers going, and this one is to hold the food that he can more like sit down and have a meal with, but it's really great. They seal up really nicely. They're leak proof. I had water in here just washing one out one day, shaking it around, and nothing came out. It does have like a seal around the lid up there. And then up here, you can remove these 4 little trays or keep them in, you know, whatever you want to do. It also comes with a little condiment dipping cup as well. And this top thing comes out, and it's a bowl down there. I have put ravioli, pasta, 2 full-size peanut butter and jellies, 2 wraps, whole salads in here too. Like, you can fit a lot down there, which was something that I was looking for, because I feel like a lot of the lunch portions just don't hold enough, because Mark is at work for such a long time. He eats breakfast and lunch there. It's honestly not even really a breakfast. He'll like snack on a couple of things. That's like his breakfast things. And then this is more of his lunch. So I wanted to be able to hold a considerable amount in there for him. And this has been great. It's leak proof. So is the condiment cup in there. And it was pretty affordable. I want to say they were like $14, and they're pretty good. So, you know, if my husband is happy with the amount of food that fits in there, definitely worth recommending. And the next thing we were in the market for, and I say we because I cut my husband's hair. I feel like you guys are so high up. There we go. Okay, fixed you a little bit. If you guys didn't know, I'm a licensed advanced cosmetologist, so I cut my husband's hair at home, and the clippers that we have been using, I've had since cosmetology school, which is almost 10 years ago now. So they were very old. It was time for a new pair. We have a new pair here. These were relatively inexpensive. I believe they were around $40. They are the Conair Man. I don't know. It doesn't say anything else on there, but I'm happy with them. Now, the reviews were kind of spotty because some people were like, I don't think they're super nice for professionals. If I was in a salon and I needed a budget friendly option, or if I am cutting hair at home like my husband's, 100%. I like these, and I don't feel like this is gonna last as long, but either way, that's what we're here for. We're here for the recommendation of just a decent pair of clippers. It's 50 bucks. It comes with this little bag. It does have guards on it too. That was something that I was gonna need. I was tempted to just stick with the brand that we had, but the Amazon reviews were like, they're fake. So I was like, that's weird and I don't want to do that. And we needed them almost immediately because he wanted a haircut and we realized that the clippers didn't work. But I've been really happy with these. They do super well. So next up are some household items. The first thing I'm going to mention is my paper towel holder. That's actually in my kitchen. I'll insert a clip right here, but it's actually magnetic. It hangs on our fridge and it has a roll of paper towels, and it also has a spot for towels. I'm trying to speak so quickly so I can get through stuff. Now I'm messing up words. But it is probably the #1 thing that I get comments on when my family has now been over to my house. They are so intrigued by it. But I love it because it got our paper towels off the counter. It gave me more counter space. You guys know I don't have a very big kitchen at all. And it was just a nice place to have dish towels hung up where they weren't constantly falling off the oven door. So I highly recommend this. I think it was around like 18 bucks. It's a super strong magnet. My kids, my husband, and I all pull paper towels off there. It's never budged once. I know we're trying to get away from the paper towels, but with kids and messes and stuff, it's so hard. I would love to be that house that doesn't buy paper towels, but we're just not there yet. The next thing is something that we got a couple months ago, and kind of kicking ourselves for not just doing this earlier, but our stovetop does not cook very evenly. It's a very old stove, but what we did do is we got a griddle. So this is actually the Dash brand, which I have fallen in love with. I love so many of their little appliances. They work super well, and they're normally pretty affordable as well. But I just wanted to say this griddle is pretty awesome. You can see it's really decently sized. We've made Reubens and other sandwiches and a bunch of other stuff on here. We did find a pot and pan set to replace our very old and gross ones. We went with an all stainless steel set, but they're not nonstick. You know, so cooking eggs or pancakes or French toast, stuff like that, it just can get difficult in those kind of pans. So we got this, which has been amazing, but I feel like the Dash brand never does me wrong. Speaking of which, the next household item is something that my children will never let me live without again, and that is a little Dash egg cooker. This holds 7 eggs. I got this because the girls are obsessed with hard-boiled eggs. They will eat multiple a day if you let them. And it comes like this. So mine's a little dirty because I just used it today. But you pour water in here. That's the little stand to hold your eggs. And this is how you measure the water. It's got little readings on the side. And then down here, you take this cap off and you pierce the eggshells with that. Just on one side. You obviously can put however much water you want in there, depending on what you're looking for. Dump the water in, poke the eggs, set them down, cover them up, and then right here is the switch, and it'll actually sing this little tune for when all the water has evaporated and they're ready to come out. It's done in minutes. It sits right on my counter. It is so convenient. I can't live without one of these again. It just makes making hard-boiled eggs literally the easiest thing in the world. And the last household favorite is this fabric softener. I'm just an average mom, just like you guys. I hope this is the kind of stuff that you expect with my favorites videos, because it's the kind of stuff that you're gonna get. I'm not like out at Nordstrom buying very expensive things. This is the kind of stuff that makes my day. No shame if you're at Nordstrom. I'm jealous, but this is where my life is. So yes, I was looking for a fabric softener. We used to use it. I switched to white vinegar. It just was not doing the job. And we have well water. Our clothes were stinking, not because they weren't getting switched over soon enough, not because of our machine. We checked out all that stuff, and the only conclusion we can come to is the fact that they started smelling when we switched the white vinegar away from fabric softener, and I think it's just the well water. It just stinks. We do our best to soften it, but again, it's one of those things where we can only do so much. So I absolutely love this smell. Anytime I do laundry, I'm fine with it because it makes the whole house smell so good. It does make things super soft. And you know that Remy has eczema. but she's never been influenced by things that have perfume or fragrance or anything like that. This has been no different. It hasn't been a problem. I typically try to stay away from scented things. It's amazing. Doesn't affect her eczema. I'm here for it. So the next stuff is the girls' favorites, and we're gonna start off with some dental stuff. Fun, exciting, I know. So this toothpaste is not new to them. The Hello brand is something that we all use. Mark and I use them. Lexi uses them. They use them. So this is a fluoride toothpaste. The girls use this and it's worked out really well. It does have sparkles in it. Be warned, this cap is probably disgusting. Oh, it is. My goodness, that's gross. I mean, how do we get more on the cap than what's supposed to be on the toothbrush? I don't know if you can see those sparkles, but it does sparkle. So all the girls technically use this. I let Lexi brush her own teeth with a fluoride free toothpaste, and then I go back in and I check her teeth with the fluoride, and then the big girls use that because they know how much to put on their brush. And then the girls have also started using floss picks and also mouthwash. This is something I stayed away from for a while. The whole dentist situation was a thing in 2020 for us. We had to find a new one, whatever else. But fluoride was something that I fear-mongered into not using for the longest time, if we're just being 100% honest. And once I saw the fact that it can stop a cavity from developing any further, the fact that it can prevent cavities in my kids, I was sold. Do your own research, obviously, and do whatever you're comfortable with, but personally, I'm just mad at myself that I let other people influence my decision. And to kind of go along with that, I always felt bad that these are single-use plastic, that I'm putting these out there into the trash and whatever else. So I got this mouthwash for them. This is off of Amazon. I was not able to find it in any stores around me, and it came in a 2-pack, very reasonably priced. The girls like it. There's no dyes or anything in it, which I like. And yeah, it's been working out super well. You can hear we're almost out of it. And the girls, to all their credit, are the ones who keep up this routine. When it's bedtime, they go right into the bathroom. They pick their little dental flossers. They get the mouthwash out for me. They don't drink it themselves or anything, but they'll brush their teeth. I go in, I check them, floss them, hand them their mouthwash to take, and they're all about the routine. Trust me, there's some nights where I'm like, can we please just go to bed? Like, can it take 5 seconds instead of 45 minutes? But no, it's never skipping because they just thrive on routine and they love doing that stuff. But yes, I will link these flossers. My dentist got us started on these. They have been great for their little mouths, just able to get into all the nooks and crannies and places. This mouthwash they've really enjoyed, and I will also link the toothpaste from Target. I used to buy it from there. My Walmart has it now, but for the longest time they didn't, so I'll link it there for you. The next favorite is something Remy got for her birthday, but both the girls really enjoy playing on it. It is her Nintendo Switch Lite. Like I said, both the girls love playing Luigi's Mansion on there. They take turns. They do pretty well with it. Guys, I think my girls are getting out of the little girl stage, and I don't want to say it because they're only 6.5 and 5, but I think we're getting there, honestly, because these are their 2 favorite movies. There's honestly, no musical numbers, no costumes, no toys. That's a real sign that your kids are growing up. When the shows and movies that they like don't really have that many toys, then you're in trouble. You're getting to big kid territory. But we're kind of probably late to these, but Croods and then the Croods New Age. They absolutely love this movie. And honestly, we like these movies as well. They're not annoying to us. We enjoy them. But yes, have this, and then also the How to Train Your Dragon series. So there's How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon 2, and then How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World. So got both of these off of Amazon, and I like doing these because the Blu-ray, in case our internet goes out, we can still watch movies, but the digital codes are nice because we do movies anywhere, and that way they can watch them on their iPods, on laptops, grandparents' house, it doesn't matter. So really nice. I recommend both these movies if your kids are older. And next up are a couple of books the girls love. The first one, I can't even really show the front cover, but it is called Love Your Body. I'll have it linked down below. It's a book all about body types, inclusivity, bodies coming in different shapes and sizes. All of us are capable. All of us are beautiful. Just, I can't recommend this enough. It has parts in there that could be expanded for older kids, like teenagers or tweens and stuff, about self-care. But it also just has a really basic message that my 6.5 and 5-year-old can understand. Now, it has girls who are in their bra and underwear, so just be aware of that. But there's also girls who are fully clothed. Huge, diverse, inclusive book. Can't recommend it enough. And the next one is The Meanest of Meanies. So I think I talked about this in one of my book hauls, but I love these women. They are amazing. I love all of their platforms. They're just some of the realest. Love them, and I love their book. My kids love their book. You can kind of tell from the cover. This gets taken to bed almost every single night by one of my girls. They love it. It's about how caring for your kids can sometimes come across as not being a cool parent, or, you know, your kid's just not enjoying stuff. And it's all about a monster family. The girls love this book. My battery died on me, so I had to take a battery and chocolate break. Hopefully there's no chocolate in my teeth, but let's finish this up with Lexi's stuff. So rapid fire, just to get this off my couch. I don't know why I brought every single one of the things that we have. But Toy Story, it's still something that she is in love with a bunch, and she watches almost every single day, or basically every single day. But we have almost all of the Toy Story figurines. She loves them. So we've got Buzz, we have Bullseye. I'm trying to make sure none of these fall off the couch. We've got Bo Peep and Forky. We've got Rex, which is her personal favorite. Or, I mean, honestly, she plays with a different one each day and like really holds on to one. Woody, Jessie, I believe, is outside with Sophie somewhere, but she will set all of these up and play with each other, and it's just the cutest thing ever. So the Toy Story dolls, I could not mention them because they literally get played with every single day. Something else she's been loving, one of her sister's Christmas gifts, I believe, but it's this Bee Toys bowling ball set. She loves it. She will set them up and she will do her best to knock them down, but homegirl has the best time with it. She loves it a ton. This book is her favorite right now. It is the Colors, ABCs, Numbers. This is not new. We've had one of these, maybe even two before with the older girls. It's what we taught Sophie her alphabet with. I believe it's in the back here. Somewhere in here. Nope. It must be in the front. There we go. Yeah, it's in the front. So it does have capital and lowercase letters, but this is what we taught Sophie with. It's got a bunch of stuff in here. It's got different places, time of day, shapes, opposites, colors, numbers, the alphabet like I showed you, and just some, you know, first words almost. That's literally what the page is called, first words. Anyways, this is a great book. I like that it's super big. It's like an oversized board book. She really enjoys looking at it, and it's just been a hit with all of our kids. I can't recommend enough. It's super cheap too. And then lastly, her favorite that I almost dropped is this little ride-on horse that she got for Christmas from us. This thing was only about 30 bucks. It's made out of hard plastic underneath. Oh, she colored in it. Beautiful. Look at that. And then it's got like little office chair wheels, or, you know, like whatever you want to call those. But I like those wheels because we have carpet out here, so it does pretty well in carpet. I should say ours is not new carpet. It's not like super plush or anything, so keep that in mind. But it does well on carpet. She has now just been tall enough to kind of scoot around on it, but she loves it and she has the best time. And she can you can really get it going over tile or like hardwood, but just be careful with that because they could really go flying on this thing. But she loves it. It's pretty inexpensive. And yeah, I think that is everything for our super long favorites video for this month. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite thing for the past month of May has been. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.